I'm a real mess, and I have been for since Allison graduated 2 years ago. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And Allison, when she graduated, I didn't get up and talk, and I really have regretted that because there just aren't many times in life when people invite you to get up and brag on your kids. So, yeah, I wanted to take the opportunity to do that. Um, she's been at Northwest Shoals for 2 years. She did. She's doing a really great job, and she's going to Alabama this fall. And roll tide, Allison. You've done a great job, and we're really proud of you. Um, Clayton, on the other hand, is going to Auburn, and I still.
We will leave the house divided. It looks like.
I still can't. I still can't say War Eagle, but I'm working on it.
There gets one.
Clayton is the salutatorian of his class. He received the International Paper and Pulp Bioresource Engineering Scholarship. He also received an Auburn Achievement Scholarship, a Board of Trustees Scholarship, the Optimist Club Award, and earlier this year he received the Bryant Jordan Scholar Athlete Award for Class 3A, Region 8. And we understand he's the only student from LCHS to ever receive this award. And Clayton, we're just so proud of you for your academic achievements. You've worked hard, and you deserve everything you've gotten, and we're really proud. As I look back at the pictures for the scrapbook, it was just overwhelming how many people had been a part of Clayton's life. I always say it takes a village, and it really does. And we've had such a wonderful family, a community, and a church family to help us raise our kids. Clayton has sisters, nieces, aunts, uncles, and cousins who have all been such an important part of his life. His grandparents have been so loving and giving in so many ways. Nana brought our kids to church for many years, and we thank her so much for that. Papa let them play and be kids in his deer stand, looking at baby goats and swimming at Joe Wheeler. He played with them and had fun. And even though my mother, their Granny Paulette, lived in Biloxi, she didn't miss much. She kept the roads hot. They've all been so special and helped so much. Since Clayton started playing t-ball when he was 4, baseball's been a big part of his life. His coaches have always been part of the village that helped raise him. His first coach was his Uncle Pelmer. So we got off to a really good start. That year, Greg Giudakis was Pelmer's assistant. Greg wore red Chuck Taylors, and Clayton had to have some. He wore those red Chucks the rest of the summer and called them his Coach Greg shoes. All along the way, others have helped. Todd Palmer, Jeff Palmer, Alan White, Barry Berryhill, and Coach Patterson have all been very big influences on his life. Coach Patterson has been a constant for the last 6 years and has taught Clayton so much about integrity, work ethic, and character. Coach Patterson leads by example and has had such an impact on all of our young men who have been lucky enough to be on his teams. We couldn't ask for better. Clayton, we're so proud of you for your achievements on the playing field. You've always been a joy to watch, maybe because you've had so much fun playing. You've always been willing to take one for the team, and you have always been a team player. You've been fortunate enough to be part of a very special team at LCHS that has accomplished so much. We're so happy that you got to play with such a great group of young men. Clayton and Allison have always been very close. Alex said something during his sermon on Mother's Day about siblings getting along that day as a gift to their mothers. My kids probably don't want anyone to know, but they do get along. They're very close. Allison's always been a great big sister and has looked out for her little brother from day one when we brought him home from the hospital. She gave him her stuffed Barney, which was her prized possession at the time, and we knew then that she was going to be a great big sister. And Mike has been a wonderful dad. He took Clayton fishing when he was little with coloring books and bubble stuff in the boat because he knew that Clayton was not going to want to fish the whole time. He took Clayton duck hunting and took along plenty of food so when the hunting was slow they could cook and eat, and they did a lot of cooking and eating in the duck blind. Clayton did not get bored. Because Mike made it fun, Clayton always enjoyed being out with him. Mike never made it about being a serious hunter or fisherman, but in the process Clayton has learned to be a great hunter and a great fisherman. Mike made it about having fun and letting Clayton learn lessons. Clayton, you've always been such a happy person. You have the ability to make the best of any situation, and that's such a blessing. You're always willing to work hard for what you want, and the hard work is what makes dreams come true. When you were in preschool, I worried because you told Miss Terry that you did not want to write your name because it was more fun to draw. I was afraid that you would never write your name. I laughed when you got up before your dad for your first duck hunting trip, and you were sitting in the kitchen dressed and waiting when we got up at 4 a.m. We don't really know how long you had been up. I wish we had bronzed the cowboy boots you wore for so long. I cheered for you when you hit the ball, and I grimaced every time you got hit by a pitch, even though I know you wore those bruises with pride. I enjoyed cooking for you and your teammates, hamburger steak and real mashed potatoes, and I have enjoyed every minute of it. It's just gone by too fast. You're such a strong person. I am confident that you are going to go out into the world and do anything that you put your mind to. Thanks for being such a great son. You're a wonderful young man, and we are so proud of you. Your dad and I are truly blessed to be your parents. Thank you.
Didn't she just do so good? Sure, why not? Roll Tide. Clayton, I'm really proud of you, even though you get on my nerves sometimes. I don't know if a bunch of people know about this, but when Mama was talking about him taking one for the team and his hit by pitches, he had set a record for the state of Alabama for hit by pitches. How many was it? 62 times.
48.
The previous record was about 48.
He crowds the play.
He's good at getting in the way.